From kneeling, extend the trunk and arms forward. Kneel with the toes together and the knees slightly apart. Bend forward so the side ribs and inner thighs are close or touching each other, and the sit bones are on the heels. Walk the fingers forward any amount. Now press the right sit bone into the heel and walk the hands to the left. Then walk the right hand out just a little bit farther as you keep reaching the right sit bone back. Feel the strong stretch on the right side of the trunk. Now walk over to the other side and repeat. As a variation, lie supine and draw one knee towards the armpit and extend the opposite leg down towards the floor. Or, draw both legs into the trunk to release the low back and fully flex the hips. From Child's Pose, press up into Downward Dog. Fully extend the elbows and knees and press the heels down as you lift the sit bones up. Press the whole palm into the floor and lengthen the sides of the trunk more. Move the chest towards the thighs. If the hamstrings are tight, place the hands on the seat of a chair. The legs, arms, and trunk are all straight, and the chest moves down towards the floor. Notice the slight extension in the spine. If the hamstrings are very tight, walk in until the legs are vertical and the arms are supported on the chair. Lie on your side with about 3 inches head support and hold the top knee to the floor with the bottom hand. Sweep the top hand on the floor from in front of your shoulder to overhead to behind you, turning your head up as you go. Keep the top knee down as the hand sweeps over the head. Attempt to keep the fingers on the floor and repeat several cycles to each side. For this chest and hamstring stretch, bend forward with the legs and trunk perpendicular. Press the hands into the wall and move the chest down without arching the back. Draw the abdomen up. Walk the hands up the wall to increase the stretch. Place a yoga brick under the sacrum on the tall and narrow side. The sacrum is the center back of the pelvis, and the brick is not on the spine at all. Interlace the fingers beyond the brick and roll the shoulders back to open up the chest. Remain with the legs bent, or to increase the extension on the back, extend the legs out, one leg at a time, keeping the feet together. Stay for up to 2 minutes. To come out, bend the legs, lift the hips off the block, and slowly lower the hips down. With the palms together, hold a 42-inch band in both hands behind your back. As you walk away, the band will lift the arms up. Turn the palms down to face the floor. Roll the shoulders back and actively lift the chest. Another option is to lie over a yoga block. Sit with the block standing tall and narrow several inches behind your hips and hold it with your thumbs. Lie back and adjust it so it's just between the shoulder blades. Reach the arms back overhead and then after a bit of time, hold the elbows. This wonderful stretch opens the chest and stretches the lats. Since you are supported on the block, you can stay in this pose longer than usual stretches. To come out, place the hands on the ground and push yourself up, leading with the chest, not with the head. Use the chair for supported back bends. Sit halfway back on a folding chair with the feet flat on the floor. Lean back so the center of the shoulder blades are on the back rim of the chair and extend the arms overhead. Stay for some time and then release. Place a mat over the rim of the chair back if this is uncomfortable for you. Now slide back slightly in the chair so the rim touches the lower part of the shoulder blades. Continue scooting back in the chair and leaning back to work progressively lower sections of the thoracic spine. Sit on a small height to work on the supported extension in the mid-back. The thoracic spine is the stiffest region of the spine, and this is a safe and comfortable method for opening the chest. Start standing with the hands supporting the low back. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, and lean back, moving the buttocks down as you lift the spine to go back. Progress to reaching the arms overhead and then reaching them back until the chest is parallel with the ceiling. Here are a few ways to stretch the hip flexors. From kneeling, step forward with one foot and slide the hips forward to make a straight line from knee to knee. Press the hips forward while you slightly contract the back leg gluteus muscle to increase the stretch on the front of the hip. Now slightly extend the back knee off the floor without lifting the head up. Keep the tailbone moving down and don't crush the low back. Place a yoga block under the front leg sit bone for support. With the hands on the hips, move the tailbone down as you lift the front waist up. Tuck the front foot in towards the block to add a calf stretch. Lie with a foam roller under the sacrum. This is the bony part at the center back of your pelvis. Hold one leg into the chest to tip the pelvis and extend the other leg out. Attempt to draw the back ribs down towards the floor to further tip the pelvis. Feel the stretch on the front hip of the extended leg. Lie prone with the arms out to the side at shoulder height. Lift the left leg up and cross it over to touch the right hand. Bring the foot to the hand, not the hand to the foot. Hold a few seconds and repeat several cycles to each side. This is essentially a catch camel position. From prone, interlace the fingers behind the hips. Extend the arms back as you lift the legs up. Roll the shoulders back and reach the chin forward. Next, reach the arms and legs straight back, lifting the tops of the thighs and the chest off the floor. Next, reach the arms out to the side. Keep the inner thighs lifting and stretch back through the inner heels. Finally, reach the arms overhead and keep the shoulders down as you lift the arms up. Attempt to make the hands and the feet the same height. Start face down with the hands next to the chest. Roll the shoulders back and move the elbows close together. Now press the hands down as you lift the head and chest up. Lengthen the neck. The bottom ribs remain down on the floor. To come out, release the forehead to the floor. Hold the outside edge of your foot, kick the foot up and back, and lift the front of the thigh off the floor. Extend the opposite arm and leg up as well. For full bow pose, hold the outside edges of your feet and kick the feet up and back. Keep lifting from the fronts of the thighs. Use the legs to open the chest. Bring the knees into the chest and hold the ankles. Then place the feet on the floor close to the hips. Roll the outer shoulders back towards the floor and lift the hips up. Lift the chest until the thoracic spine or shoulder blades are vertical and the sternum is touching the chin. If you can't reach your ankles, use a strap around them and lift up. Roll the shoulders back to lift the chest even more. Come up and down several times. From high kneeling, lift the chest and roll the shoulders back as you place the hands on the buttocks and then the backs of the thighs. Reach back for the feet. Once caught, press the hips forward to make the thighs perpendicular to the floor. Release the neck back. Stay for up to 30 seconds. Inhale to come up and lead with the chest, not with the head. Lie on your back with the knees bent and place the hands next to your shoulders with the forearms parallel. In one motion, press the feet and hands, extend the arms and legs, and lift up. Bring the shoulders over the wrists and the buttocks up. To increase the lift, come up to the tiptoes, lift the pelvis up, and walk in. To come out, look up at the ceiling and lower yourself down to the floor, placing the back of the head down first. Sit with the legs wide apart. Press the knees down as you reach the arms up and extend the trunk forward towards the floor. Keep the toes pointing up and the knees straight as you reach forward. From Straddle Set, bend over one leg, with the trunk facing down and the belly button directly over the thigh. Next, reach up with one arm and side bend to hold the foot with the trunk facing forward. The bottom shoulder is in contact with the knee. Reach both hands to the foot, draw the elbows wide apart, and look up through your arms. If your inner thighs are tight, sit up on a small height and then take the legs wide apart and lean forward with the spine straight. From Child's Pose, press up into Downward Dog. Fully extend the elbows and knees and press the heels down as you lift the sit bones up. Press the whole palm into the floor and lengthen the sides of the trunk more. Move the chest towards the thighs. If the hamstrings are tight, place the hands on the seat of a chair. The legs, arms, and trunk are all straight, and the chest moves down towards the floor. Notice the slight extension in the spine. If the hamstrings are very tight, walk in until the legs are vertical and the arms are supported on the chair. Sit sideways on a chair with the feet and the knees lined up. Press down on the back rung as you lengthen the spine up. Pull with the front hand and push with the back hand to turn the chest more. Turn a little bit more on each exhalation. Turn first from the lower abdomen, and then from the ribs, and then from the chest, and finally from the shoulders. Roll the shoulders back. From kneeling, extend the trunk and arms forward. Kneel with the toes together and the knees slightly apart. Bend forward so the side ribs and inner thighs are close or touching each other, and the sit bones are on the heels. Walk the fingers forward any amount. Now press the right sit bone into the heel and walk the hands to the left. Then walk the right hand out just a little bit farther as you keep reaching the right sit bone back. Feel the strong stretch on the right side of the trunk. Now walk over to the other side and repeat. As a variation, lie supine and draw one knee towards the armpit and extend the opposite leg down towards the floor. Or, draw both legs into the trunk to release the low back and fully flex the hips.